and welcome back to YGreyParrot e-learning hub, the place to learn and discover the world. Today we are going to learn about human heart. Heart is the most important organ in the body. So, what is heart used for? Well, it's used for pumping blood to all over our body. Now, over here you can see the 4 chambers. I've indicated it to right side and the left side. In the right side you can see right atrium and right ventricle. And on the left side you can see left atrium and left ventricle. They both have secret missions to complete. Our right atrium and the right ventricle are responsible to process the deoxygenated blood, and our left atrium and the left ventricle are responsible to process the oxygenated blood. Now let's look at the largest vein, and it's called vena cava. On top, it's called the superior vena cava, and in the bottom, you can see the inferior vena cava. So, superior vena cava takes all the deoxygenated blood from the top of our body, and our inferior vena cava takes all the deoxygenated blood from the bottom of our body. Now let's look at the heart valves. Over here you can see tricuspid and bicuspid. So tricuspid is in the between of right atrium and then right ventricle. And the bicuspid is in the middle of left atrium and the left ventricle. Okay, the tricuspid also has another name known as right atrioventricular valve, and the bicuspid also has a name as mitral valve and left atrioventricular valve. Now let's look at the most important valve, pulmonic valve. Did you know that our heart and lungs are connected by pulmonary artery? Okay, so the deoxygenated blood will go through our pulmonary artery to our lungs, and our lungs will process it as oxygenated blood and sends it back to pulmonary veins to our heart. Now let's look at the second most important valve, aortic valve. So, our left atrium and our left ventricle are responsible to process the oxygenated blood, and they will send it to our aortic valve, and our aortic valve will send it to our aorta, the fresh oxygenated blood, and our aorta will send it to all over our body. So I have highlighted the pulmonic valve here, and I also have talked about it in my previous. One more interesting information. So our aortic valve and pulmonic valve also have a second name, semilunar valve. Now let's look at the heart valve, which is called pericardium membrane. Our heart valve is thick. You can see 3 layers. The outer layer is called epicardium, the inner side layer is called endocardium, and the middle layer is called myocardium. Now let's look at the heart blood flow. And also, I've highlighted the oxygenated blood in red and the deoxygenated blood in blue. You see that yellow tube? Guess what it is? Yes, you're right. It's called vena cava. So our top part is called superior vena cava, and in the bottom you can see the inferior vena cava. So our superior vena cava will take the deoxygenated blood from the top of our body, and our inferior vena cava will take the deoxygenated blood from the bottom of the body and will send it to our, what is it again? Yeah, you got it. Right atrium, and our right atrium will send it to our tricuspid. And guess what the tricuspid does? It will send it to our right ventricle. Our right ventricle will push the blood to our pulmonary artery by pulmonic valve. And our pulmonary artery will send the deoxygenated blood to our lungs, and our lungs will process it as oxygenated blood, and it will send it to our pulmonary veins, and our pulmonary veins will send the oxygenated blood to our left atrium, and our left atrium will send the oxygenated blood to our bicuspid, and our bicuspid will pass it to our left ventricle. Our left ventricle also pushes the oxygenated blood to our aorta by aortic valve, and our aorta will send all the fresh blood to our body. Now let's look at electrocardiogram, which is also known as ECG or EKG. You know why doctors have this mission? Because they can monitor your heart rhythm. Doctor can also use this mission to see if somebody has ischemia, which is nothing but poor blood flow, or an heart attack, or an abnormalities of your heart, such as heart chambers enlargement. Now let me tell you some ways that you can monitor your heart rate and heart sound. The first one is my favorite, Fitbit watch. It can help you control your heart rate. The second one is the stethoscope. You can see this with medical professionals, and when the doctor places it on your chest, you can hear lup tup, lup tup, lup tup. And make sure you go and watch my stethoscope video. I will leave a link below in the description box. Now let me tell you some more interesting information about heart. The study of heart is called cardiology, and the doctors who care about heart are called cardiologists, and the scientists who research about heart are called cardiac scientists. That's all for today. Thank you for watching till the end. Do you find this video helpful? If so, please subscribe to my channel. Also like, share with your friends, and comment below. See ya in next video. Happy learning!